Get it together, Julia. Get it together, get it together, get it together. Show must go on. Show must go on. Sorry, I just ran 5 kilometers, and so I'm a little bit endorphin-y. Lots of endorphins. So many. Hi. WIP update. When you only have 3 WIPs, the WIP updates keep needing to come faster, and it's, well, I guess it's fun for you if you like watching this. But I still have a couple of finishes. Knitting finishes. Yes. Let me show you those first. Oh, and the yarn is okay. I don't have the label for this yarn handy, but I made a pair of giant socks for my dad for Hanukkah. So, woohoo, done. The first one, like, I started these in like January, February, and the first one just took forever because I just wasn't feeling it. And then I finished the first sock last month and cast on for the second one, and it was just like, okay, we're doing this. Zoom, 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 zoom. So, not complaining. You know, the nitty bug came back. Speaking of the nitty bug, I made Christmas socks. Yes, I know. I know. But my mother-in-law will like them. I got a limited edition self-striping yarn from the Cozy Knitter on Etsy, and this has sold out now. Sorry, guys. But I cannot resist a self-striping yarn. This colorway was called Gingerbread House, which I thought was very cute. And it came with separate cream colored yarn for the toes and the heels and the cuffs. Yeah, I couldn't resist. I was powerless. You know how that goes sometimes. So given that Canada's postal system is a little bit wonky right now, at least I think, this arrived from Canada pretty quickly once it was ready to ship. Because I think she dyes it to order, or she did, or she had some balls of yarn, skeins of yarn, earmarked for this colorway, and then she dyed it once she had all her orders in and sent them out. But yes, very nice, like it, will order from her again, very fun. So yeah, this is wool, soft. I have plenty left over. But yeah. Socks. Lovely. And as promised, finally got new ink for the printer. I'm going to show you the sweater my daughter requested. And this is a free pattern. I'll put the link down below. It's called JoJo from Barocco. Yeah, from Barocco. Barocco. Comes in several sizes. It's very cloudy and rainy today, so the color's not showing up as well. But this is sort of like a turquoise and a dusty pink and a yellow. We're going to go to the yarn shop today or tomorrow, and she's going to pick colors she wants. She likes blue and pink, but she also wants purple in there. So we're just going to go see what they have and pick that up. Calls for 3.5 millimeter needles. Always do a gauge swatch. Always. So anyway, yeah, so this is going to be a new project in the very near future. Haha. Trying to think about what I should show you next. This feels like it's going to be a quick video, which is probably for the best given how my brain is going right now. Oh, something I wanted to talk about. Flosstube's getting a little bit of a bullying troll problem again. And no, sir, I don't like it. I made a video about this last year. My See Something, Say Something video. And I stand by everything that I said. Don't just let it pass. And as a matter of fact, I got a lot of people comment on that video being like, well, I don't think we should say anything because it's just going to encourage them, blah, blah, blah. There was actually a study done that, and I'll have to dig it out, about how the not feed the trolls thing is actually not as effective as telling them to shut their cake holes and go away. And if enough people do that, they'll stop. Because they don't actually want pushback. They want to hurt people. So there, science, deal with it. But yeah, if it's people who are actual like crafters or members of the community, I would be really disappointed. Just because there's really no, I mean, come on. We're here to have a good time. We're here to talk about our hobbies. Why bring mean bullshit into it? Seriously, why do you have to tear someone down? And from a feminist point of view, it's really just disheartening. I've spoken to, you know, some of the people that I talk to on a regular basis in Flosstube. It's really just disheartening, and I think something we really need to look at and call out is one of the first things these people do is attack women's appearances. It's like that's the first thing, and it's a Western cultural thing. Yeah, it's like if you want to hurt a woman, tell her she's fat, tell her she's ugly. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm tired of it in everyday life. It's like with the U.S. presidential election. It's like half the time when people criticize Hillary Clinton, it's her appearance, or that she's not nice, you know, like women are supposed to be. And I could make a series of videos about this, but I won't. I could, but this isn't really the platform for it, because this is, yes, it's my channel, but it's my craft channel. So, I don't know, yeah, please forgive me. I'm just like all over the place. But my opinions and my opinions are valid, I think. My phone doesn't think my opinions are valid. Well, screw you, phone. Yeah, I had someone try to troll me a while ago on one of my like older videos, and just one line about my appearance. And it was just surprising. I was just like, at first I was like, well, first it was surprise. I was like, wow, did that happen? And then second was, aw, I am a troll. Isn't he cute? And And then I clicked on their name, and it took me to their channel, and it was a young man, maybe between 11 and 13 years old, lots of video gaming content, and I'm not terribly surprised because early adolescence kind of brings out the jerk in a lot of people, and it's not an easy time in anyone's life. I mean, search your feelings, you know it to be true. But I'm just, you know, and so that was kind of just like, wow. A 12-year-old kid who looks like the Gerber baby threw up in another uglier baby thinks I look like a man and thinks that's an insult. Well, what can you do? Moving right along. My phone and I are just not getting along today. So, did I have a point in there anywhere? Phone frustration made me lose my train of thought. I guess it just all comes down to, folks, the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's really it. Or as our saints Bill and Ted once said, be excellent to each other. Let me show you my WIPs. Okay. I only have, okay, I have 4 because I do have a new start. I started the Tempting Tangles Welcome Sow. And this is so much fun, y'all. I swapped out some threads because it's charted for DMC, and you can stitch it with DMC, you can stitch it with specialty, you can do a combination like I'm doing, you can stitch it on linen, you can stitch it on Aida, you can stitch it on even weave. You can do full crosses, you can do specialty stitches, you can do whatever you want. It is so versatile, and I'm having a blast. So the first 2 sections of it, and they're only like 30 by 30 square, so it's super quick. The first 2 have been released. So here's mine. I'm stitching this on 32 count helix. Well, 32 count linen in helix by Picture This Plus. And I did eyelets for these little blue flowers. So let me see. The dark blue is, it's a Dinky Dyes Blue Iris. The lighter blue is a Jodari Designs cotton in Mermaid Lagoon. And then on this flower, the dark pink you see is Weeks Dye Works Romance. And the orange is a limited edition Dinky Dyes in Trick or Treat. That was, I think it was made for Stitchy Box. But those are the only changes thus far. Adorable Fox Needle Minder by Marika of Crafty Bit Creations. I think it's my favorite. It's my new favorite needle minder. Anyway, super duper fun. Really loving this. And if you're interested, you should join. And, you know, if you want to. You know, you do you. What else? What else? This week, up in the rotation is Autumn in My Garden. I got a lot of done on her the last time I stitched on her. I've only been stitching on her for a couple of days, but here she is now. Yeah, I got a new Q-snap. So I filled in the border, and then I'm gonna work over this way now. So I filled in this side of this pumpkin here, and I'm starting to do vines and leaves over here. So that's her. I'm feeling a little more excited about this now. The patchwork dress was really starting to get to me. I was getting kind of bored. But it's done now. And Misfortune by Prairie Schooler. When she was up last, I worked on the witch. And I'd had to frog the crystal ball because it was all off by one stitch. It was one stitch lower. So I had to frog that. But that was pretty easy fix. Skull Cameo Needle Minder from Minding Mind Minders from right before they changed owners. I haven't actually purchased anything from the new owner yet. And lastly is Nantucket Girls Sampler. I am loving this. Stitching it 1/2 on 40 count linen in, this is Vintage Buttercream from Lakeside Linens, I think. Still working on page 1, but now the whole first verse is done. The plant with the cute little bird. Starting the title over there. This will be fun to go back to when it comes up in the rotation again. Yeah. I was getting very impatient with the letters, just because I was trying to do it as neatly as possible. So I wasn't really carrying threads very much. And that tends to slow things down. But it is what it is. Great. I bought some stuff. You know how I said that I didn't know why? I kind of was thinking I want to stitch this, but it's really not in my wheelhouse because I don't like fairies and yada 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 yada. Well, for some reason I ended up purchasing the specialty threads it needs. So I guess I'm stitching this next year. Haven't bought the beads yet. So it's got this Kryneck. This is number 4 in number 192. Very soft pink. And then Karen Water Lilies. This is French, is what this is. This is what the name of this is. It is French. I'm not even going to try. Okay. Talberry pink. And lemon and lime. What can you do? It is what it is. It is what it is. And also, Heaven and Earth Designs had that sale. So I went ahead and I bought a Quick Stitch Ladybug because it was like $5 at that point. So then I had to buy a fabric for it that hasn't come in the mail yet because I ordered it from Jewelry Designs. So that will, when that arrives, I will show it to you. That is probably going to be a Stitch Mania start next year. But I'm going to do it on a 25 count Lugana. And it was, I can't remember the name of it. September's limited edition fabric color I thought would be perfect for it. Well, I just thought the colors were perfect for me. They were so my colors. So I was like, yeah, I'll stitch a ladybug on that because I can. So when that comes in the mail, I will show it off. that everything? Oh, I'm waiting for another couple of things that I bought. Because since I generally do hoops and Q-snaps and I've got projects now that have quite a bit of fabric, I thought it would behoove me to buy a couple of grime guards, which I did, and they haven't arrived yet. I ordered them September 8th. It is September 28th today. I ordered them from Stitchy Time Creations because, I don't know, that name stuck in my head. I've heard people talk about Stitchy Time Creations, and now I'm wondering, have I heard people talk about Stitchy Time Creations in the negative? Or what? So I sent her a message yesterday saying just like, hey, could I have a quick update on the status of my order, please? And she got back to me that same day and said, you know, I'm sorry about the delay. They're going in the mail tomorrow. So that would be today. In theory, she's putting them in the mail today. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little disappointing just because, like, if it's going to take a long time, that's fine. I would just like to know. Because the shop says allow like 4 to 6 days for, you know, your order to be made, you know, to give her time, because as I understand it, it doesn't actually take that long to make a grime guard. So it says that, but it's actually taken several weeks. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't have a problem with something taking several weeks. I just would like to know ahead of time. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe she's having a rough time. You know, I don't know what kind of personal shit is going on in the lives of random, you know, Etsy shop owners. I don't. So, so we'll see. We'll see. I will do a little review of the grime guards when they get here. Was that everything I wanted to talk about? I think so. I really appreciate the feedback and very kind words everyone left on my previous vlog. Y'all really wanted to see me make chickpea salad, and y'all really wanted to see me make chili, so that's gonna happen. Next vlog cycle, definitely I will do at least the chickpea salad, but at some point this winter you will definitely get the chili, because that's kind of a cold weather staple in this house. So definitely, thanks for letting me know that. And yeah, and it seems like people also want to see Philly, which is great because I'd love to show you Philly. Yeah, so I appreciate the feedback. Keep it coming. You're awesome. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for spending time with me. It really does mean a lot, guys. It really does. I think I'm gonna jet now because I'm just all over the place. I'm gonna go maybe make some tea and maybe stitch, or maybe listen to an audiobook or a podcast. Can't decide which, but I will figure it out while I'm making my tea. Hey, haven't had a burp in a while. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your week. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time, okay? Peace.